Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cecilia from Scientist Plans, and in this video we're going to be talking about Hobonichi Weeks. Actually, this video is a very fun one. It's in collaboration with 3 other planner friends: Jackie at Coat the Crow, Ali at Alice Corner, and Maria at Planner Mother of 3. All of us are going to be talking about the Hobonichi planners that we've been using. And what I think would be nice to share with all of you is, first of all, our pages, our impressions, and talk a bit about what we like and about what we don't like, and also talk about the changes that are coming for the 2023 planners, and to share what we might get or not. Let's start here. As you can see, I have all the Hobonichi Weeks that I've been used. The first year that I started on the Hobonichi Weeks was in 2019, and I actually didn't really use the full year as my main planner as I use it right now, and I'm going to show later. I just wanted a place to jot down things, and I was curious to test that paper. So I got this planner after my friend Donia at PhD Planning just said, you know what, I think you will like this, try it out. And then I tried, and as you can see, I really like it. So this was the cover that I got. This is like a type of a fabric cover that they call bow and tie, and you see that there are other covers that I got from it. So I really like how light it is, and I really like how it feels when you touch it. I'm gonna show you some very ugly pages from many years ago when I started using. So you can see here, the first year I wasn't really using my monthly page at all. I was just like write a bunch of things. It was very messy. I had some stickers, I had some washi tapes, I had a bunch of things. It was just like a place for me to just. But by the end of the year, after using it, I just looked at it one day, I planned ahead, I wrote out a couple of things. This was actually me preparing for a family vacation for Christmas, and I had to write a bunch of things that I wanted to do. Also, prepare to leave work and things like that. And I actually like it. So it was by the end of the year that I said, you know what, this little notebook that is very lightweight with thin paper could be actually a planner for me. I do like it. So moving on from 2019, then 2020, I decided to get the Mega Weeks. So let's start talking about the differences. The difference from the regular, let's say, to the Mega is that in the Mega you have a lot more pages. You have 215, and here just have 70, I think 3 or 5. So this is the difference between the regular and the Mega. The other big difference, all the pretty covers will only come in the regular size. You're not gonna get for the Mega. The Mega will be only this color block kind of thing. Each year there'll be a collection of different colors, and you can have also the option of not having this kind of fabric cover that is a bit thick, to get what they call the sneaker, which is just a paperback kind of cover. I like it because with this, if you use leather covers or covers like I do, it doesn't create bugs. And the sneaker only comes in the Mega, and you don't get the ribbons, okay? The ribbons only come in the ones that have the hardcover, not in the sneaker. So that's another difference. Yeah, so then I switched to 2022, and I said, okay, I like this. I want this to be my main planner. So I started using it. So here's the first thing that I really love about the Hobonichi Weeks, that it has this year at a glance. You have all the days of the month in here, and I'm using as my mood tracker, and I've been using it every year. So it's a very useful page. I think when you start, you get a bit like overwhelmed, like, am I gonna be able to keep up? That's fine if you don't keep it up. Just use it as you need at that time, and it's all good. Yeah, so then in the monthly pages, I was just like writing a couple of appointments, placing some stickers. Some months I will use more, others I will use less. So you see, only by September, it was like, okay, I think I'm gonna use it for this. And then I would decorate with washi tapes, put a bunch of icon stickers, write my appointments, and so I really like it. I think it looks pretty. Some months I decorate more than others, and it's all good. In the past, I was using a lot of sticker kits, as you see here, but I stopped using that because I wanted to save space. But otherwise, I love how it looks like. I love all the stickers, and it's actually very fun to look back and see how the pages were and how much pink I had. yeah. So yeah, so this is how 2020 went. And then when it came 2021, I actually decided to get the sneaker because the bulk of the mega plus the hard cover was kind of bothering me. So I got the sneaker and I actually really loved as well. So I'm gonna just do a quick flip. So for the mood tracker in the earlines, I decided to use this Zig Dot pens. I didn't really love it. Now I'm looking and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. But I remember during the year, I wasn't super happy. I think because in the other year where I highlighted the entire box, it was so much brighter and I could see it a lot easier what I wanted to refer to, that the dots were so small. But now looking back, I kind of like both. So yeah, but I mean, I'm glad I tried something new. And so the monthlies, I started out the year doing the same thing. I like to put the washi tapes sticker, and I would just write appointments and put some icon stickers just to make it fun and pretty and make an appointment like really stand out. Yeah, so here all the months and then all the weeks. So again, it's just black jet stream, and I think I was using 0.38 and then I switched to 0.5 this year for some reason. I don't know what happened to my handwriting, but I decided to do 0.5 now. And yeah, so I like to decorate the page, put some dot stickers and things like that just to make it pretty and fun. And then here I would just put the dated appointments or tasks that I need to do, and here's just a big to-do list that I don't necessarily have a day to do it. I would just put here as a reminder. It's kind of a brain dump place. I do like to prepare my week or to be prepared for my week by writing things down. And I mean, it helps a lot. And I really like this planner. So again, with the mega, you get 200 and so 270. Actually, let me tell you the right number. 215 pages. And what I'm doing with them, I'm just writing whatever notes I need. If I am just, even when I'm on a journal and I only have this by my side, I would just write in here. I don't have any specific rules of how I have to use it or a specific spread I have to do. I actually don't like to set rules on a book that travels with me every day because things change and I just need to jot down stuff, and I don't want to get frustrated because a certain spread doesn't look, doesn't match my standards, right? I just don't have it. Maybe on a weekly page, I do want things to look very nice and neat because this is where I'm gonna open and look what I have to do. If it's messy, if it has a lot of things crossed off, or if I don't have enough space to write because I put down a bunch of stickers, then it will bother me. So here I learned over the years, as you can see, that I do like to leave space for my notes. This is important. This serves me well and helps me to remember my appointments and the things that I need to do. But when it comes to the notes page, the pages are here to serve me, in whatever way I need. But there is one thing that does bother me and annoys me, or that I let get to me, is the number of notes pages. Although I never finished all the notes pages, every year I feel like, oh my god, I'm gonna run out of notes pages, what I'm gonna do. And then there is a little bit of a planner crisis that gets to me. But I have to remember, I never finished them. Never. I think this year, it was the year that I used the most of my notes pages, and I stopped by 191. So not even 200. This year, you will see here, I started wondering, what if they run out of my notes pages? Should I get a different book? Should I start something else? And then I was not in this planner every single weekend day like I was in 2021, which is fine too. I mean, some days I needed something else. But let me tell you, maybe if you're already a user of the Hobonichi Weeks, go back, look at the previous years and see if you finished your notes pages or not. And then together, let's stop worrying about it. If we do finish, there are notebooks that we can put in the planner, in the cover, and use it. Okay, so for this year, next year actually, I really hope I stop like worrying about notes pages. So yeah, here's how I use the Mega. Because I really love it, because it felt like it fit really well with the leather covers that I was using it, I got one for this year as well. Before I talk about journals, which what are these covers are for, I want to just go through this year just to show what happens when you start worrying, which you shouldn't. So this year I also used more of this calendar that I never do. So I'm basically marking down no school dates, summer camp weeks, and end start of school. So basically just school for my son. And I don't really look at the previous year or even the next year. So I just put here a sticky note and reminders. Yeah, so my mood tracker for the year, it's actually in this planner, which was the one that I started using the year, so that's why it's not here. So I decided to put birthdays as well. Like this, I have everything here, and then once I decided to sit down and transfer stuff into my monthly view, I can just check here whose birthdays are coming and also write them down. So the monthly, I've been using the same. I just stopped using the washi tapes because I was like using the bottom page to write a couple more things. So this dots here, I'm actually using to write goals for the month, or important things, or intentions, however you want to call it. Just like important things that I want to get done. Could be personal and also work stuff related. I'll just put here to remind me, okay, this is something that I want to accomplish this month. And then I reduce the number of things that I'm tracking to just like, what are the main things I want to pay attention this month? Is it to walk more? Is it to go outside? Is it to get a healthy choice? Is it to, I don't know, eat yogurt? Is it to write down the days that I'm having digestion issues so that I have this information to talk to my family doctor when I have an appointment and all that. So there are a couple months that I was not in here because either I wanted to use this cover because I do love this cover. Again, I think one thing that I don't really love about Hobonichi is that the Mega, they never come in the design covers. And I really love this cover. And from time to time, I was like, okay, this is nice, but I really want to use this one. And then I would jump into this one. So that's why a couple months, I don't have a lot of information in here. You see here, there is like no tracker, no nothing, because I was living in another one. And that's fine. Yeah. So other months are more here. And you see that the month is more populated. So this is how it looks like with a tracker, with the appointments and things, the goals for the month. I use sometimes a couple of sticky notes, this kind little sticky notes from Midori. They fit really well in the monthly boxes. So when things are not yet set on stone, like it's not confirmed, I'll put here. Okay, so when it comes to the weekly pages, things are absolutely same. I do my little decoration when I'm feeling like it. I write dated things on the left, my to-do list on the right. And this is actually what works for me. Yeah, so each time I have a bit more things to do, I really need to plan ahead. And this is, why I have a planner. When I am either super overwhelmed or I can take a day at a time, I would grab a notebook and use as a kind of a bullet journal. And this is how I've been using the freely noted from Planner Monkey Co. But I can show this in another video. But I do have all these pages, and you can actually leave the notes pages if you want to do your daily. So let me show you how this year's been in the notes pages, which, as I said, because it was either in here or in the other one or in a notebook, I didn't use them as much. It's almost September and I'm only in page 55. So you see, why do I even worry about it? And I like to have all those sticky notes in the pages in the back when I need it, put it in here. I normally use the Mega, or, I use my planners inside leather cover. So this one here is from Budget Planner. Yeah, so I really love it. So let's talk about these guys here. So in 2021, I love this cover. And I was actually using this cover as a fun journal. I was just like journaling in it. And for a moment, I was doing a lot of this horizontal kind of thing, journaling, and I actually love it. I didn't do consistently every week or so. It was just whenever there was something, I don't know, that I wanted to register, or I had stickers that I wanted to use, or I was just feeling like it, there was no justification. And then I decided to start doing my Japanese journaling in it, or use this as a Japanese diary, because I came back to Japanese classes and I wanted to practice. And I had this planner here that I wasn't using as much, and I decided, you know what, I would try just like short sentences just to practice what I learned in class. And this is one of my favorite pages, actually. And it was very nice. So I had this that I used, and then after I got this one, really writing a couple more. See, I do a lot of mistakes. I want to show you that I'm not like I'm not fluent yet. I still do a lot of mistakes with my Japanese, but I really love to use this for that. And then I decided to stop using this as my main planner. This is when I moved back into the sneakers. So this guy here is now being used for my Japanese journaling. So this week was my birthday week, and I really love it. So you can see it's very different from when I am planning. I love to put stickers and I love stationery. I'm not a so-called minimal planner, not at all. I have so much stationery, and I do love to decorate and to see the colors and to get inspiration and also some happiness out of it. Yeah, so this was my birthday, and I feel like it's a nice small compact size. And also when you look at it, just like I just did, you can just go back and see all the years and look at all the memories that you have. And it's so small, it's so like easy for you to just put in your shelf and have it for you to look at whenever you want. So yeah, but as I said, there are many changes to the planner that are coming, and I'm gonna show just now. Okay, so let's talk about the preview for 2023. If you go to the Hobonichi website, you'll find all the news. They already have everything there. What is fun is that the launch is actually on September 1st, but the entire month of August, you can see like different things each day. So they basically, every day, they are going to share a little bit of information. There will be some sneaks, and it's actually really fun. We call it the Hobonichi Advent Advent calendar. So every day you find something. Yeah, so this year it was this theme, which was party. It was actually very fun. So let's look into the news. As I said, Hobonichi is bringing Hobonichi Weeks and Kaze in English, and I'm gonna be showing the changes in Hobonichi Weeks. Okay, so as you can see here on your left, we have the Japanese version of the Hobonichi Weeks. And in this version, you see that the left page has a space where they have actually the dates. So they have important dates in Japanese. Now, if you look on the right where you have the English version of it, we don't really have anymore those like important dates for the Japanese calendar, because this is the English version. You will most likely serve to international customers, and that's why you have just a space for important dates, and you can write anything you want. You can put, let's say, your work information, school information, anything. And I think this is a really nice change, because lots of us that don't live in Japan, sometimes we don't utilize this corner of the planner at all. And there are a bunch of shops that have stickers for it, and I think you still can use the stickers from the shops if you want to make it prettier. But if not, there you have it. Now the space is empty and ready for you to use the way you want. I really like this change. Okay, so moving on to the monthly view, there are some other changes, not major. As you can see, the months look kind of same, but when you look again, the Japanese version is on the left and the English is on the right. And you go look at the top left where you have your monthly written. In the Japanese, you just have the number and the kanji, so the symbol that correspond to the month. But when you look at the English version, we're gonna have the month written. So you have the example of June, and when you go to the lines below the box, there is not a lot of the Japanese writing in it, but in the month in itself, another change that you will have is just that they didn't really pick a nice month to show. But if there is any like Japanese important date or holiday, it's not gonna be written in a kind of red. So sometimes they will have it written in the day box in red. So you're not gonna have it, and you're also not gonna have it written on the top of each day. So you can see this, for example, if you compare the weekends. Yeah, so that's the only change that you will see for the English version when it comes to the monthly view. And now when it comes to the weekly page, which is actually the most part or the most important thing that you want to get out of this planner, here again we see the Japanese and on the left the English on the right, and you can see already on top the big difference is that instead of having the number, you're going to have just written the month. So like July, you will still have a number, Japanese symbol for the month, the year, and you have the which week you were in. And then when you look at each day individually, so the horizontal boxes, you see that because you don't have all the Japanese characters, the number itself of each day is a little bigger, and you have the Monday, or just the days of the week also written a little bigger. So it makes it, I would say, easier if you're not used to it. But the big change comes when you go all the way to the bottom of the page. All those daily quotes, they will be translated to English. And obviously, there is some, um, not complication, but like the way that Japanese writes about things is not exactly that straightforward like the English language is. So to translate a couple of things, they kind of need more space. So this is what Hobonichi was saying on the lives, is that some of the quotes, they actually need both pages. Because it needed a bit more of space for all the wording to be appropriated, let's say, to translate the quote appropriated, and also to mention who the quote is from. So this is how the weekly page is gonna look like. Now everybody that doesn't read Japanese will be able to read the quotes and maybe get inspired by it, which I think is also very nice. Now moving on to the back pages, there are like major changes because most of those pages have like information that if you don't speak Japanese, you cannot use at all. So I'm not going to show all of them, but there are like unit things, address pages, all that is, so all of that is just translated. But there is this page, which is a new one and actually very cool, that is just 365 days check off sheet, which you can use for anything. You can even like do your mood tracker there. I'm kind of thinking of it because then I just have to color a dot. So I'm thinking that I'm actually going to use this page for my mood tracker, but you can use for, I don't know, you have a goal of the year and you want to run every day, or you want to work out every day, or you want to read a book every day, or you want to paint, create, and do something artistic. I don't know. So I think this is a great page to get something nice that you want to do and just try to mark off the days that you do it. Or I don't know, do another tracker that you will say, what did you do for fun, like as a hobby? Like date nights. Did you go on date nights? Did you go in a movie, walking, shopping, whatever? So I think this is a nice new page for all of us. Yeah, I really like it. And then here's just one more thing that I want to share is that there is a slightly change in the number of notes pages. So if you look here, the Weeks Mega has 215, like we said before, but the Weeks Mega English edition actually has 219. So we get 4 pages more if you buy the English edition. And yeah, that's cool. I wish there would be more notes pages coming. I think just to say if there is something that I would change in this planner would be to add more notes pages because it's fairly small, and I do think that the binding would handle, or they can figure out how to. But I mean, imagine how cool it would be if we get 365 notes pages. I would love that. Okay, maybe I don't use like one page per day, but it would be nice not to worry about pages. Although I just told you a couple minutes ago I would not. But anyways, this is something that I would love to have. But okay, we got 4 more. I'm taking it. Is already something good, right? Okay, so now I'm going to show what I am planning on getting for next year. Okay, so the first cover I'm getting, obviously, and I think nobody is surprised by it, is the Aurora Duty. It's a amazing, cute, beautiful cover. So I wanted for sure using it. So as you can see there, this is the regular because all the pretty designs come in Hobonichi like regular, not mega, but that's fine. And I'll be using it as my journal, Japanese journal, or even journaling in, I don't know, maybe in Portuguese. Is something that I really want to do, is to write a bit more in my native language. So yeah, I'll be using this as my fun planner. This is what I have in mind. I don't know if when I get it, I'll be completely in love with it, that I cannot let it go. And then I might try to use it and then have the notes pages dilemma, all that, just like happened this year with the dandelion stuff. We'll see. But I'll for sure want that. And it's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And I think you should watch the live from Hobonichi Global. And they were explaining about the colors that, it's a bear that it's holding this flag, and the flag has the 7 colors of the aurora boreals, and it's so beautiful. And actually the foiling in the 2023 in the cover and also in the spine also has those 7 colors. I don't know if you guys have a thing for numbers, but I have a thing for the number 7. Is my day of anniversary with my husband. I love the 7. Also, my birthday is in the 14th, so 7 is half of the 14th. I don't know if it matters, but anyways, I love it. So when they mentioned it, I was like, I like it even more. Anyways, this is the first cover that I saw. Is this one only comes in English edition, just to make it sure that you guys know about it. So all the different pages that I just show will be in this cover. So yeah, that's my favorite. And the other cover that I'm gonna get will be Mega, because, well, I like to have more pages. And instead of having the sneaker, I'm thinking of getting this one in the hardcover. So this year I used the sneaker just like last year. And some of the covers that I'm loving to use are a bit more like on a thinner side than before. Although I from time to time miss using my cover from Giglio, which is the one that I'm referring to. There's a little bit more thick, and this is where I decided to get the sneaker this year. I didn't use a lot of my Giglios. I was using a lot more of the planners from Bujo Planner, and I thought, well, I think I can go back to the thick cover. It will actually give a bit more structure to the thin leathers, and that's why I was thinking about this one. So the colors do change depending on the picture that you're looking at, so that's why I'm only showing this picture over there. I think some of the pictures in the Hobonichi website make me think that the cover was a bit more teal when it's actually a blue. It's blue, like light blue. And also really helped to watch the lives that people went to the store, like a Rainbow Holic just showed. And I think there's another from Stationary Holic, maybe. I will link them all below. There are 3 videos actually that I watched from people that went to the Hobonichi event there in Japan. And then they also show this cover on the Hobonichi Global Live on Instagram. I'll link the video below as well if you want to check the true colors of it. But this, I think, is a better picture to show it. And then, as you can see there on the right, they have this cover on cover this year, which I actually like it. They're like the constellation animals. I don't know the right name right now, but I do like how it looks on the blue cover. I was very much in love with the lavender cover as well, because I love lavender. But for some reason, if you're talking about constellations and sky and things like that, I need a blue background. I don't know. To me, this is what makes sense, is the sky. So I obviously would love if this cover was a darker shade of blue. And what I will do, if this is some sort of change I want to make, I would just print a darker blue vellum and put on top of it, and then have the cover on top of it, and it's all good. Actually, I know that there are lots of us in the community, I mean, not including myself because I'm totally fine with the colors, but a lot of you guys that wish that there were a more neutral tone to it. So what I can tell you is, like, just cover it up, get a paper, vellum, anything, cover it up, and just, use the Hobonichi Weeks if you like it. I know that sometimes it's frustrating not to have your color of choice. I mean, I'm there all the time with this, with all the pink stuff coming. Pink is not my favorite color. Don't dislike pink. I don't think pink is ugly at all, but it's just not my favorite. Like, over time, I just get meh about it, and I want to go back to my blues. And I know that most of you don't love blue as much as I do, and that's totally fine. We can go, around it. And this is how I'm actually going to try to make this a bit of a darker blue if I want to. So let's see, stay tuned. But yeah, so I'm only gonna get this two, I think. I hope I'm not gonna change my mind, because in the previous years I did get other covers that I ended up not using, and I ended up gifting them to my friends. So I want to be a bit more cautious this time, although I do want to see some in my hands, but I'll try not to. But you see, when I receive my box, you guys are gonna see it. So let's see how this is going to end. All right, guys, so now that you saw the changes and the things that I want to get, so let me know in the comments what you think about it. Are you going to get a Hobonichi Weeks? Are you a Hobonichi Weeks user? How do you use it? And do you have any different ideas or any comments, any questions? Thank you so much for watching. Go check Ellie, Jackie, and Maria's video. I'm gonna be linking their channel below, and as soon as they upload their videos, I'm gonna change the link so that you have the specific link for the videos where they talk about how they use in their planners. I hope these videos are helping you to make a decision either for September 1st, or if you want to buy them later. The planners are only going to start by December, so we do have time. But I do like to get them in advance and see how they're gonna look like in the covers, in the cover and covers, and really just to get my feeling, like which will be the one that I'm gonna be carrying the entire year. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.